Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 693 and Doubleshot number 597. Two Vertigo trades. And you're about to find out what they are. They are the first two books that collect this series, and it's very critically acclaimed. Why the Last Man? Yep, I'm finally reviewing this series. These two are the first two books, which collect the first 23 issues of this series. The first trade collects the first 10 issues, and the second volume collects issues 11 to 23. Excuse me. All the issues written by Brian K. Vaughan, with artwork by, it is Pi Guerrera, and the cover here is done by J.G. Jones. And I believe it's still the same artist for the rest of these issues, correct? Let me take a look about that. No. Pi Guerrera is still there on some of these issues, along with Goran Polarov and Paul Chidwick. The cover on this one is done by Masamu Corvelli. I think it's how you pronounce it, yes. Mostly put in these issues, it starts off with basically Yurik, who is the main character of the series, just having a normal day, and then all of a sudden, like, a mysterious virus wipes out pretty much all the guys on the planet, including all the male animals. And he apparently is the only survivor for about a year, until they find out there's actually other male survivors in space. Yep. And here's the thing. Apparently his mother, who apparently takes out a representative, even though that she was elected to be a congresswoman. I get maybe representative for the state legislature, but for U.S. Congress, that was a little bizarre. And she apparently is named the President of the United States, and she just doesn't want the role, even though she technically is the president, because all the people who were in line to succeed the president after he died all died. Every single one, including another woman who's actually just ahead of her in the line. But she died in a plane crash along with her husband, so she's the president. Yep. And sort of the main villains of this series are these group of women who are known as Amazons. No, it's not the Amazons from the regular DC universe, because this is Vertigo. The Amazons are bitter women who apparently decided to cut off one of their own breasts for some reason. No idea why this is. And just try to kill whoever they want to. Oh yeah, and for some, also the series kind of starts off with a bitter, almost standoff in front of the White House, where these women who are widows of senators who died, he says, yeah, we want our husband's positions. And she rarely points out, though, you technically can't take the positions. You have to be elected to take those positions, or appointed by a top official. Yes, seriously, that is how it happened. And of course, one of the ladies gets shot and of course taken away. And she points out, though, this is not royalty. We are politicians. We have to be elected or appointed. We can't appoint ourselves. It's so dumb. Yeah, that's how it points out there. And of course, one of the members of the Amazons is in fact the main character hero, who apparently has also cut off one of her own breast. It's never fully explained of why in the world they do this for. And because this is Vertigo, we have lots of swearing, we have some violence, not a lot of it. Plus we have some sexuality, though this isn't happening until about a little over a year into the series they finally do this. But there is nudity. Yes, there is. There is tons of nudity. Also, this is probably Brian K. Vaughan's excuse. Yeah, my personal theory of why in the world in story he had all the guys get killed off, because he wanted to do a bunch of lesbian sex scenes. Seriously, there's a lot of lesbian sex later on in the series, but it's implied during these first couple years in these two trades. But no, it doesn't happen. Not yet anyways. But when people think of Brian K. Vaughan, people think of this series or Saga. Despite the fact the guy has got a boatload of other work he's worked on. Series like Swamp Thing, some of the stuff he worked on for Batman. He's also the creator of The Runaways. Yeah, the same group of people who were adapted into the Hulu TV series. Well, Hulu series anyways. Now, I do agree, these are good. But I do think the series is a bit overrated. because of how so much people just overhype this series, which is one thing I don't like about this particular series is the overhype. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the series altogether. No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the overhype I don't like about it. But these trades are enjoyable, and the whole series I'm planning to do next several episodes. Next episode I'm going to cover books 3 and 4. Yep, I'm going to give both these trades a 9.5 out of 10. Pretty good. Otherwise, though, that's it for this episode. I know it's kind of short, but not much else to say. Bride of the Last Man's a good series. It's just that it gets way over the top of how much praise the series gets. And yes, one of the reasons why I'm reviewing this now is because it's being dubbed into a TV series. And yes, I have heard about the dumb rumor that apparently the main character, one of the original selections, people who actually were originally cast to play him when it was going to be a movie, was going to be Shia LaBeouf. Yes, seriously. The guy known for screaming in Transformers. The first movie I saw him in was Holes, and I saw him in Even Stevens. I wouldn't think he would have been a bad choice to play the character, but I can kind of understand why people probably don't want him to play the character, because he's kind of annoying. That's just the way he is, and plus Transformers kind of basically turn people against them. Yep, so that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for episode number 594 and Doubleshot number 694 and Doubleshot 597. I'm gonna cover books 3 and 4 of this particular series. Oh yeah, and also apparently the person who indirectly caused this whole entire thing is a woman named Dr. Allison Mann, who got herself pregnant through asexual reproduction, and this kind of indirectly caused the whole plague to wipe all the guys. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, there's also one story in here where there's a couple of strange little things happens here. Like one, apparently these group of women who call themselves the Sons of Arizona, who cut off who basically are starving half the country to death. Yeah, there was also this really weird thing about... Oh yeah, and one of the main characters in here is Agent 355, who's a member of the Cobra Spy Ring. I've heard of the Cobra Spy Ring. It was a real-life spy network, because I'm actually quite... it's actually quite good the fact Brian K. Vaughan included somebody from the actual thing. Though, from what I can tell, I don't know if the group is still active, because, well, they were very active in American Revolution. It's unknown if they're active today, but mainly their main purpose is to be spies of the president. That is the main purpose of them. It's completely unknown if they're still active this very day. But in here, they went to another agent, who kidnaps Yarick, basically strips him of underwear, and tries to seduce him. And even though he wants it, she turns him down because apparently when he was younger he had some kind of strange thing with another boy when he was younger, which this happened in issue 18. I'm like, really, Brian K. Vaughan? Was this necessary? Having a young Yurick in 1989 get tied to a tree and apparently implied he got his pants basically pulled down and had I don't know, I'm not going to give the actual term, but our boy basically giving him basically treating him like an actual doorknob. I'm not going to say what the term is. I know what the term is, but I'm not going to say it on camera because it's kind of gross to actually talk about. Okay, but that's what happens in here. Yes, seriously. I don't know if this series did draw controversy when this came out, because I did not initially read this when it came out, because I didn't get into comic books until 2 years after the series started. Yeah, I got into comics in 2004. The series only been around for a couple years at that point. Excuse me, so there you go. Alright, so I have nothing much else to say. But, good series. Though, the two guys who were the astronauts, yeah, they actually die when they come crash, not because they're accidentally brought down by a group of Israeli female soldiers, who, by the way, are not actually this stupid in real life, from what I've heard about them. Yeah, they're not this stupid to shoot down a capsule with a bazooka. Yeah, they're not this stupid. I have no idea why in the world Brian K. Vaughan wrote the Israeli women to be so stupid and so pig-headed. Yeah, I have no idea why. I'm kind of glad the fact they still keep the fact, oh yeah, our enemies are Arabs. But yeah, he writes the Israeli soldiers be really stupid. Like, oh yeah, apparently they're hired by the president to rescue her son from Agent 355. Why? No idea why. Certain things not explained this point, but I think more things will explain later. Alright? But yeah, this is the end. I have nothing else to say about this, but I am planning to talk more about the series in the next episode, okay? But until I see you all there, bye.